Hey, how you all doing out there on the worldwide marvelous? Sister L here with you for the new moon in Virgo reading. So how's it been? Summertime's over now. Well, we're getting to the end of summer, ready to come into October with the autumnal feel coming into our vibrations right now. Yes, so we're here today to have a look at some of the planets and what Moon in Virgo means. So get my googs on and let's see where Virgo is on the chart. It's the last of the houses here and it says mutable earth. And that's the season that we're in right now. So, while asking for guidance, I pulled a Kyle Gray card and it says Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you, more like our angelic selves, holding that flame within us that Vesta teaches about, which is associated with Virgo. So what to expect for this new moon in Virgo that will be happening on the 9th of September, 9th the 9th. Very special number there. And let's see where some of the planets will be. So, get the googs on. If we look back at some of the retrogrades that I've been speaking about, we can see that Mars went retrograde on the 12th of May at 28 degrees of Capricorn. So during the summertime, this showed us our actions, how we go towards our actions, our goals and ambitions, and how we strive for them. And also the delays that may be in place that took us back. So events from May may be coming around again round about now, and we're seeing the fullness of the event. And the new moon is coming after all of those eclipses that we had. And so a new way is coming, a new grounded way, because it's a new moon in Virgo, and Virgo is an earth sign, a mutable earth sign. So we're coming back around to this point of 28, 29 degrees of Mars in Capricorn. So I thought I would read that. And this is where we were around about the 12th of May. Mars is the planet of action, energy and motivation, and spends about 7 to 8 weeks in each sign, unless retrograde. With Mars in Capricorn, for you and everyone, energy is directed towards the expression of ambition and in achieving goals. You have an ability to work tirelessly to improve your reputation so that great career progress can be realized. There could also be a conflict with authority figures since everyone wants to be in charge. So there may have been some kind of maybe disturbance within the workplace, trying to assert our own authority, because this is Mars and Capricorn wanting structure. And so issues that were happening around about May can now be resolved as Mars goes forward, as he is now currently at 29 degrees. But at the time of the new moon on the 9th, I'm sure he will be 0 degrees Aquarius, and Venus too will be 0 degrees of Scorpio. So that is going to be an interesting time happening over the new moon weekend. Okay, so what else do we have? So even though Saturn's retrograde, it is stationing direct at 2 degrees. So it went retro in April, so we've been retro for about 5 months. Now Saturn's our structure, it rules our bones within our physical body and rules Aquarius, part ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn. So this is how we look. So it was 2 degrees of Capricorn, and let's see how that is now. Okay, so it's now Saturn is 2 degrees of Capricorn again, so it's stationing direct, ready to come forward on the 6th of September. So we'll feel a shift within our physical selves, within our structure, ways that we want to move forward now that may have not been so beneficial before we had all of these eclipses and these retrogrades happening. So we look forward to that. Uranus in Taurus currently at retrograde also at 2 degrees, and it's asking us to step up to our mastery as it's in conjunction with Saturn, which is also 2 degrees. And so let's read Uranus in Taurus at 2 degrees. Uranus is the planet of revolution, sudden change, and visionary progress, and spends about 7 years in each sign. With Uranus in Taurus, there is an innovative energy to be put into practical application. There can be sudden changes in finances and values for the society as a whole, and once made, they will be long-lasting. Great progress can be achieved as a revolutionary approaches to saving the planet are considered and made manifest. This is a natural fit with the growing movement for conserving the Earth's resources. So with Uranus in Taurus now, we're going to be looking, how do we look after our body? How do we look after this Earth that we live on currently? And is it going to be livable for the generations to come? We're looking for long-lasting changes. Taurus is an earth sign, the fixed of the earth signs, and with Saturn in Capricorn rune structure, liking being in Capricorn, another strong earth sign and something that gives longevity, because it won't be back in Capricorn for another 29 years from now. So let's enjoy the structures that we are producing and making. Okay, so at the time of the new moon, on the 9th, all planets will be in earth and water signs. And so this is a time for healing, regeneration of our bodies, feeding our physical and emotional selves, and uplifting our well-being. It's like a newness of self. This is what I feel with the sun and moon, bringing that newness of self together. Even though Venus will be ready to go in retrograde, and Venus is what we love and what we treasure and what we value. However, it is a good time to think again about our values. But I'll speak about that later on as it happens. So with this new moon in Virgo, the sun and the moon are together. So let's talk a little bit about that. So while I was studying and having a look at how planetary aspects are working within our lives, I was watching some videos and saw that for the past new moons and full moons, the full moon has been coming before the new moon. So things are being highlighted to us before we can start our newness. And hasn't this been the case? Like, it's been shed on areas that, oh, we didn't look at that before. Oh, this is how that can be done. But it's just taken a while, and the retrograde planets has given us a chance within ourselves to tune into that vibration and have a look at where we are and take steps back. So I just need a quick drink out of my Loma Sunshine. Yeah, little things, eh? Little things. So things were being illuminated, and if we remember, in February we had two. Did we have two new moons? Two full? We had two. I think it was two full moons. And in Liverpool, we used to say, "Oh look, there's a blue moon," because it's called a blue moon because it happens twice in 1 month. And sometimes unfortunate events may occur. However, we used to just have it as a joke. But now I can see how it can shift the planetary vibration by bringing the full moon before the new moon. I think that will be changing again as we go along. So let's see who's for which house. And I'm going to use... Oh, before I start pulling the cards for each sign and tell you which house. When Mercury went retrograde on my last one of my videos, I was talking about my little Holly hobby book, my little diary that I'd had for years. And I wanted to read about the eclipse that we had in Leo, the partial solar eclipse, the last of the eclipses that closed it off. And so that was on the 11th of August. So let's just see. It was quite interesting what it said for that day. Okay, get my googs on. Bit of light, okay. It says, you have positive ideas and opinions, but are sometimes diffident. And I was like, diffident, what's that? So I looked it up, and it means shy, retiring, not forthcoming. Okay, you have determination, perseverance, and energy, fond of sports and pleasures. You will not fall in love at first sight, but when you do fall in love, you will do so thoroughly and with absolute devotion. So that was what was being shone into our lives on the 11th of August for that final solar eclipse. And then I thought I'd read for this new moon in Virgo on the 9th of September. And it says, magnetic, intuitive, and with some latent psychic powers, you have many different interests and have a leading part wherever possible. You are not to rush into things without discriminating on the outcome, and you must be more discriminating in your judgment. You are loving, kind, and considerate. So these are the vibrations we'll be feeling for the 9th of September. Okay, so let's pull the cards for the new moon in Virgo. And I was going to use my Denise Lynn Sacred Traveller Oracle cards. Let's have an oracle session, shall we? Okay, so Virgo, it's your moon. It's your new moon, a time for newness. And happy new moon to all you Virgo moons. You'll be having quite a detailed spring out, sprinkling, should I say. And so it is. So we have the new moon in Virgo. So Virgo, you've got the first house. So the first house is a newness within your emotions, maybe within your personal vibrations, I would say. Newness in how you look at yourself and how you display yourself to the world. Feeling more confident with that and getting to know yourself much better and becoming comfortable within your everyday life and activities. Oops, okay, so we see a card jumping out here. It says vast vistas, expand your horizons. So maybe you'll be looking for new ventures and looking into the details to see whether it will be serving you well. Being discriminating at this time. You can use your perfectionist skills, but also we need to take a step back and give universe space to help us out, to give a helping out. So well done there, Virgo, for you in the first house of the new moon in Virgo. And so now we have Libra. Libra, you have the 12th house of dreams and ambitions, of mystical thoughts and ideas, and you'll be coming to a newness and a clear vibration with that. So Mercury also is in with the sun and the moon. I think Mercury is around about 6 degrees, and the sun and the moon for this new moon are at 17 degrees of Virgo. Okay, so what do we have for Libra? And we have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life, and there you go, Libra, in the 12th house of letting go and allowing blessings to flow towards you. Okay, and now we have Scorpio. You have the 11th house of groups, and so a newness will be coming towards you of the groups that you want to be associated with. Now you've had time to think about things, and it says fellow travelers, support is all around you. And there you go. So the groups, they will be very supportive that you come into contact with their Scorpio in the 11th house. Okay, well done for you. And now we have Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you have the 10th house. So you'd be looking at dreams and ambitions, new ideas of how to forge ways, practical ways, because Virgo's a practical sign. It's an earth sign. It's mutable, which means it's very flexible. However, it's an earth sign nonetheless, and likes to see physical work produced to an end goal. And it says miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. So that's for you, Sagittarius, in the 10th house. Okay, and now we have Capricorn. You have the 9th house. You have the 9th house of higher learning. New opportunities will be coming. Sun and moon are together, bringing new ideas into your eyesight and into your physical presence also. So if you've been looking to do a course or some sort of higher learning, this is a great time to do it now. And the card coming out for you is Distant Thunder, clear the air. So that's for you, Capricorn, in the 9th house, clearing our mental agilities there, because it's the new moon, and we will have the sun and the moon together and Mercury, helping to clean up our thoughts, bringing newness towards our higher self. Well done. Okay, so Aquarius, you have the 8th house of intimate contacts and other people's resources, how you use them. You'll be coming to a newness in how you use the resources that are available to you there. Oops, Aquarius in the 8th house. Oh, and it says, reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. And the second card did jump out for you, Aquarius, there. And it says, grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So let's dig deep in our 8th house. Let's bring some love and care to ourselves. Shine our lights brightly. Feel a newness. And that's the 8th house for you, Aquarius. And the 7th house goes to Pisces. 7th house is one-to-one relationships, marriages, contracts of any sort, I would say. This card appears to want to come out for you, Pisces. So this is what will be happening for you in the newness of relationships that you will build. And it says, view from above, get to the big picture. Sometimes in Virgo, we're just looking for the details, You are opposite Virgo, and so you're a lot more dreamy. But now we all have to get ship shape and see we are going. But we also do need to allow space for the dreaming and get a good view from above. So that's for you there, Pisces, in the 7th house of relationships. And so now we have Aries. You have the 6th house of health and well-being. This is actually Virgo's house, so you have a touch more, and that will be the sun of the moon coming together in the 6th house for you. And for you, Aries, you got valiant courage. Take action with passion. Take action with passion there in the newness. And you also got uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So that's for you there, Aries. You did get a 3rd card, which was grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. So see how your physical health is doing, your physical and mental well-being. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which rules the nervous system. And so we need to put in details, but not too much, and also to learn how to relax and make a balance there in the 6th house for you, Aries. So you, Taurus, you have the 5th house of joys and pleasures, the children and hobbies. Oh, that nearly jumped out. Have a look at that. It says, navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. That's a great time to maybe go out on the evening with friends or get together with friends. In the 5th house there, Taurians, enjoy the newness of that. New thinking patterns and ways of keeping grounded and practical at the time of this Virgo new moon. So that's for you, Taurus, in the 5th house. And Gemini, you have the 4th house of home and family, and maybe looking at our roots, looking about how we live and what we want to change. Maybe we want to see some difference there, bringing newness, freshness, something that's in order. And you too are ruled by Mercury, just like Virgo, but you are the earth, you are the air sign of Virgo. That's right. So let's see what we have for you, Gemini, in the 4th house. Cards, we have a card for Gemini in the 4th house. This new moon in Virgo. Okay, there we go. And the card is cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Purification, there you go. Activates the life force right there in the 4th house. That's right, the sign of Cancer, the house of Cancer, should I say, which is ruled by the moon. So have a blessing there in the 4th house, Gemini. And for you, Cancer, you have the third house of communication. Okay, here we go. Communication, emails, maybe doing things online, doing things, lots of communication and chatting and meeting groups, and also discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So some newness will be coming to you, clarifications of thoughts, fresh new way forward there, Cancer, for you in the third house of neighbours and communication. Okay, and Leo, you have the second house. The second house is personal abundance, and we'll be looking at practical ways and new ways of how maybe we can make financial investments in different ways. We'll be looking after our values, the values of our health, because Virgo likes looking at health and he likes looking at detail and coming to conclusions, on what will help best. And for you also, Leo, you have valiant courage, take action with passion. So that's for you there, Leo, for this Virgo new moon in your second house. So you enjoy that. And it also says finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So you have two cards there, Leo, in the second house. Okay, great. Okay, everything's got a life of its own, eh? Okay, and the card for all of us for this beautiful, detailed, cleansing, purification time of Virgo new moon. Let's see what the energy will be. Okay, here we go. Oh, it might be a little bit fogged in. It says go slow and take your time. That's right. Look at the details. Take paces, and don't be rushing ahead. Anyway, Mars is just coming out of retrograde. He's taking his time, taking his jacket off, having a cup of tea and all of that, and ready to pick up the pace. So if you feel a little bit fogged in on this new moon, it's only because it's making space for things to become clear. Okay, so you'll have a great time and this new moon, and look after yourselves, because Virgo is about looking after our physical selves. It also in order to expand. Okay, so I'll see you all again pretty soon. Thank you for your time.